Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Joe. So today's video I'm gonna be sharing 10 essential items that we found very useful and helpful on our 5-month journey so far. Now if you're preparing to transition to RV life or just like looking into or curious, you probably watch every YouTube video, including this one, known to man, just like we did before our travel. And so we found out that these 10 essentials that we have so far have been very useful, and by every day we kind of use them every day to help us out with our travels and just to make living on the road a lot easier and well maintained for us to do so. Let's get right into it. So let's start off with number one. All right, so the first item are these bubbles, these levelers. So if your rig does not come with a self-leveling button like ours, like it does not, so that's why we have to place these levelers for us to help us out whenever we arrive at a campsite, whenever we park, to determine which side needs a little bit more even out. So we place one right here to help us out from the rear to the front, and we also place a second one right over here to help us out from the left to the right to determine which side could use more leveling blocks underneath our tires to help even out the rig a little bit more, so we can live more comfortably, and also for some of our appliances can function. So speaking of levelers, these are the levelers that we bought. You can get them for 2 for $10 off of Amazon or any other kind of RV supply store, and they're really helpful whenever we arrive and our campsite is uneven. We kind of place these under the tires, we drive over them, and that's what helps us level out the entire trailer. The other items that come with that, or that you should consider, are these chocks, either on the front of the tire or in between the tires. Those help us whenever we're in the trailer walking back and forth, help us from shifting the trailer with the wheels and whatnot, especially if you're at a campsite that can be a little more hilly or downward. Although we're still leveled, these chocks help us to keep the trailer in place. Having electricity in the rig is very important to us, not only because of our appliances run off of it, but also having light inside as well. Lots of things run off electricity inside our rig. The only thing is we want to control how much electricity that's coming into our rig, because too much can overpower it and can damage some of our wiring or any electrical system in our rig. So we want to control that, and how we do that is by having a surge protector. So this surge protector controls how much electricity runs through or circulate through our rig. Let's just say there's a crazy thunderstorm, or maybe the campsite we're at is there could be some faults, or the wiring can be faulty. This helps us protect that by not overpowering our rig with too much electricity. We want to keep it well maintained, balanced, and controlled, and this bad boy helps us. The first thing we do actually when we arrive at a campsite is check if there's good electricity running through it, and that's what we hooked this up to. Before we hook up anything else, this is the first thing we check. So speaking of having everything controlled and balanced and flowing with electricity, we want to do the same thing for our water, and that's why we have a water gauge. Now this bad boy right here not only helps us determine how much pressure is coming inside our rig, it determines helps us out controlling the flow of it as well too. So it's very important, because again, too much pressure or water pressure, just like electricity, can damage our pipes inside, and we don't want that, because water is very good to us, but it can also be an RVer's worst enemy inside. So we also have not only this water gauge, but there's another with numbers that kind of helps me determine we want to at a certain pressure, like 660 psi. But for this campsite, we just chose this one just because it was kind of arrived a little late, and we just kind of want to put one that was like the closest one to me. So, but yeah, another item that we want to add to our list is a water filter right underneath our water gauge, and that should already hint out why it's important, because you want to filter your water, because some campsites might have a little bit more bacteria than others, but this gives us a peace of mind knowing that our water is being filtered and good. It's not only for us to drink inside our rig, but also it's going to be healthy for our pipes inside, because some water of course can carry bacteria, and that can build up over time inside the pipes, and you want to not only have healthy water for us, right, for healthy reasons, but also for your rig to be healthy as well. Alright, another essential item that I like to have is a propane gauge. So just like the water gauge, helps us know how the amount of pressure is coming in. I want to know how much propane we might have or have left. So this bad boy allows me to see how much propane we have inside or how much we have left. So it gives me a good estimate of when we might need to fill up. On some cold nights, we're going to use our propane, so I want to know that we have enough left. Also, it helps out distribute propane safely when I'm opening the propane tank, because you don't open it too quick. So this helps us out and ease it out through the propane system inside. So another essential item is having a drill. So because your RV is made up of a whole bunch of screws inside, if there's any issue and you want to assess and diagnose it, it's good to have a drill so you can access it pretty quickly. Or just any kind of type of screwdriver is going to help out, but this obviously is going to be a lot faster when you want to diagnose those situations that goes inside. The next item is gonna be the sway bars. Very essential because this helps us control the swayness when we're driving our vehicle with attached to the RV. There's basically another weight distribution, so it helps us out, even out or balance out again the weight, so that way it's not just one side having all the weight, and that basically controls the sway. So it's very essential. I highly recommend you guys get a weight distribution / sway bars, so it helps us out when you're on the road. So not only does the sway bars help us, you know, eliminate sway, but that's also due to because it helps us with the weight distribution. There's not too much on our truck, so we can pull it with a lot of ease. So another essential item is this dehumidifier. So like I mentioned earlier, with water, it can be our best friend, but also our worst enemy inside the rig. So this bad boy right here helps us out with eliminating water inside with all the condensation that can possibly form if it's hot outside, or even if we have the heater on inside, and then it can be kind of cold. So you know how condensation works. I don't got to explain on that. But this bad boy helps us out with eliminating that and help us out in keeping less water inside the rig. Last but not least, flashlights. You always want to have these like located or more than one around your rig, because it could get dark sometimes and you want to just look around when there's this situation or if there's like a problem. Very good to have these, you know, to look at things, especially headlamps. Like if you're trying to diagnose or like there's an issue or something and you don't want to hold that because you might need two hands, these headlamps come really handy. All right, and last but not least, of course, it's a given, but also you want to add this to your list if you haven't done so already, is a sewer hose, which we have right here. They call it the Stinky Slinky, and of course the water hoses. And we also have 2 electric cords just in case, because there's some campsites where you might not be as close to the electric box or slash the breaker, or even the sewer hose, or even like the water spigot. So it's very important that you guys have everything of these 3 items, of the sewer hose, another electric cable of course to extend, and also a drinking water hose. 2 of those 3 items, because in our 5-month journey so far, we've encountered situations where we had to use or go get another extension of those 3 items around our journey. So we have to, like, because we're parked not close to either the sewer hose or we're not parked close to either, like, you know, the circuit breaker to reach our electricity, and also the water hose. Or the first water hose we bought wasn't long enough to reach the water spigot, so we got to go get an extra one. So very important, those 3 things, so that way you can be comfortable at your campsite wherever you're parked. And there you have it, guys. Those are our essential items that we think are very important on this RV lifestyle journey. If you have any more questions or anything else you want to add onto your list, just drop in the comments below. That'd be cool to see what you think is also essential. But other than that, we hope you enjoyed this video, and just safe travels.
Okay, Bella. Well, I'm getting all the angles. Deixa eu em paz.
Oh, that's a good shot. Yeah. Okay, another item you want to have is you want to have a paddle board in the winter, so that way you can have it stored in the back seat and just have it there, just taking up space. That's what you want to do. Yeah, see, let's get a shot of this paddle board in the winter.
Thank you.
So paddle board in the winter. Thanks so much. You want to buy it like around what, let's say October-ish. Buy it towards when it's getting winter. So that way you can, you know, just, hey, I'm gonna buy in the winter and just have it take up space.